But tonight we're here to talk, oops, sorry, Tor. Okay, you're fine. So tonight we're here to talk about content creation, okay? And this is really important because, guys, we have a free platform of over, I think there's like, I don't even know how many people are on Instagram and Facebook. I think it's
Billion. I don't know.
some sort of, can you Google that for me real quick? Guys, we get to use these platforms for free to work our business and to sell things, okay? And some people pay millions of dollars just in advertisements to get their businesses out there and things like that. So we really need to be learning how to do this the right way. To number one, obviously get your sales up, get your business up, get more people in your inbox, get more engagement, and to kind of give yourself your own story a little bit. That's what I kind of think we're really going for tonight, is to let you know that I say this to you guys all the time. We all sell the same product. We're all promoting the same business. How are you going to stand out from the next person? Okay. And it's really important to kind of be your own person, be your own brand, and your content has to show that, because your followers, they knew you before you started this business. So when you join and you completely change who you are, that's going to come off a little bit sketchy, right? So we're going to go into like full-blown detailed posting and stuff like that, but I just kind of want to go over a few things with you guys. So number one, staying consistent with your posting is huge. Throughout this whole like presentation or whatever, I want you guys to kind of think of your Instagram and your Facebook. We're going to talk more about Instagram, so I'm just going to say that, but feel free to post wherever you want. Content is content, okay? But what was I going to say? Okay, so staying consistent with posting. Think of your Instagram as your storefront. Like if you sold baby clothes, or if you sold, I don't know, whatever it is, people would walk into your store and buy stuff, okay? When people come to your Instagram, that's how we have to keep it on and going, which means you have to stay consistent, okay? So when you take a break for a week from posting, or you post every few days or once every 2 weeks, do you guys really, number one, with the algorithms, no one's going to see it, to be completely honest with you. No one's going to see your posts, and no one's really going to trust you, because what? You post about it once every other 3 weeks. Like, you obviously aren't obsessed with the product or obsessed with the business, if that's all you want to talk about it. And we have to let people know that they can reach out to us for this, okay? There's girls that are still coming to me and saying, hey, I've been watching you. I'm like, watching me? You've been watching me for 16 months, girl. What the hell have you been, like, this is a full Netflix series, okay? So you guys have to realize that when you stay consistent and you keep up and you keep posting, people will then feel comfortable enough to reach out to you, okay? I know people are super, super busy. Oh, this wasn't even my first thing, but oh well. I know people are super busy. They're like, I don't have time to make all this content. I don't have time to like think up all these posts. But guys, you need to take 1 to 2 hours, one day of the week, maybe a Sunday or something, and create content for each day. Okay. So maybe one day you post VIP, one day you post market partner VIP, market partner VIP, so we're not confusing people. Make 2 to 3 posts per day and just have them in a file and say December week 3, okay? So then it takes 2 seconds to throw them up there, and then when you're going through your day and you have random posts you want to make, you can just throw those up super easily, okay? So this is part of your job as a social marketing seller, is to create content and to show up on social media every single day. Okay, so Cam, why don't you go on to the next point, and then I'll go to my first point that I missed.
Yeah, no problem at all. So it's super, okay, so I don't know if you guys have realized this shift or not, but I know that like when I was first getting on Instagram, high school, that kind of thing, the content was completely different, and the want for the content so it's super important to note that change, okay? So when we were first getting into Instagram, everyone was so in awe of people like portraying that they have everything, traveling the world. I think everyone remembers Jay Alvarez and Alexis Ren, and they were kind of what hit like like kind of took Instagram off and created this like little social media influencer world. But it was an outlandish lifestyle that was completely not able to be accomplished. But people were drawn to that. Okay, but as new generations have come on Instagram, it has completely shifted in what people want to see and personal interactions. So now it's all about sharing a story, okay? So Samantha's going to get into this, but it's super, super important for you guys to continue to be relatable with your audience, continue to interact, okay? Continue to be authentic. And this is outside of the business as well. You guys have to understand that not everybody comes to your page just for this product and this business. They might be drawn to your page for something else completely unrelated that you are interested in and you're providing value to. So I think it's super important to be who you are. Share certain, pain points in your life, okay? That's super huge. Everybody goes through pain points. And of course, don't share too much, but it's totally okay to be like, oh my gosh, my tire blew out and now I have to, go buy a new tire. Like, this sucks. Just like creating this interactive feeling with your audience where they feel like they can reach out to you. They feel like they can be like, hey, I totally relate to you on this. I figured, I found this and I found that this worked for me, or whatever it might be. It is all about creating that story, being relatable and being authentic, because the shift is different. People want value. People want to be educated. People want to ask questions, know where you got things, know where you learned that. And it's your job, again, as a social media seller, to provide that for everybody. And I think the most important thing to really note is your vibe always attracts your tribe. So if you're not being your real authentic self, then you're going to begin, attracting people that you probably don't necessarily relate to in any way, shape, or form. So always remember that people are always watching, like Samantha said. So I feel like just showing up as your genuine, authentic self is going to help you more easily create those relationships that we're looking for. So yeah, that's all I have, Samantha. Definitely talk about creating your brand. That's like my favorite part. Hello? You're muted.
Sorry, I was just going ham. Will you text Brittany Sauer if you have her number? She's like, do we have a call going on? And just let her know that it wasn't working with the sound. Okay, so basically what Cameron was talking about with the whole, sharing highs and sharing lows. I could have easily knocked on my Instagram this morning and showed everyone my hormonal acne. But do you know how many DMs I got with people telling me, thank you for being so real? There's too many people being phony on social media and just, covering up every blemish and doing all this stuff. And I struggle with this all the time. Okay. So if you guys struggle with something, there's a good chance that other people struggle with it too. And you're not alone. And when you talk about it, you're being brave, you're being strong, and you're kind of sticking up for people and letting them know, like, hey, I'm not perfect either. Like, it might look like that from the inside out, but that's not, I don't have my shit together all the time. So who are you and what is your brand? If you're new to this team, so happy to have you, first of all, but just know that we do this thing and it says, what are the 5 things that make you you? And I actually want you guys to like write down these 5 things, okay? Whether it's you're super into fashion, you're a foodie, you're a traveler, you paint, you're super spiritual, your husband, your dogs, whatever it is, write down the 5 most important things that you do every single day, or that like are cool to you, and these are the 5 things that need to be circulating on your page all the time. My rule for my girls when I'm having them write this out for me and kind of explain each part, I say, okay, pick 3 of them and we're going to create insane value with this. Okay, so while you're posting about your products and your business, you're also, like Cameron said, some people come to my page now because I'm pregnant and that's it. They don't want my shampoo, they don't want my business, but they're connecting with me, and maybe they don't want it yet, but down the road, when I'm consistently posting about it and things like that, they are going to want my business and my shampoo. Okay, so let's say that you're super into fitness. I want to see you guys like doing your workouts on your story, tagging your favorite leggings. If your protein powder goes on sale, I want you guys to like put a link for it if you have the swipe up, or post about that, okay? If you're super into makeup, like girls love that stuff, go live and share your favorite makeup for when you're having a breakout, or like things like that. You know what I mean? What's in for this season, who has the best deals going on, things like that, okay? Creating your own brand. It's not like you guys need to sit down and like make out a mathematical equation about this. It's who you are, okay? So you guys need to be confident in who you are. You need to be like, you need to get comfortable sharing that. And that's what people fall in love with, okay? So this will help you when you're creating content. Like I said before, we're gonna go into specific details, but I know it's super easy to just screenshot someone's content and throw it up on your story. We're all busy, I get it. Sometimes, you know, you just need something for the flash sale if it pops up real quick, and that's cool. You know, whatever it is, if you can avoid it, it will really set you apart in this business, okay? And at first, like for the first couple months, I'd say for the first 7 months in this business, 8 months, I didn't create my own content really. You know, like I would put my own ideas on things and stuff like that. But when I started sharing my own content, when I started sharing my story, you know, putting the products in my own hair, I really saw a shoot in engagement. And now it's one of my favorite things to do for this company is to make content, okay? So definitely take this all with a grain of salt, and just know that when you're providing value for your followers, this is what's going to give you engagement. When you're asking your followers questions, when you're giving them advice, that's going to help you. Okay. So, Cameron's going to talk about story posts, and then I'm going to go into what, feed posts. Okay. So go ahead, Cam.
Definitely. Okay, so you guys, we cannot underestimate the power of using stories to attract people to your storefront, okay? If you're not doing this consistently every single day, then you're not showing up as a business owner who does social selling. It's literally, you know, I don't know if anyone ever worked in retail, but when you have to roll that sign outside of the front door, when you open the doors to show people what the sale is, when you have to put up those new things in the windows, like that's what our stories are, okay? They're us showing everybody what we have to offer, okay? But there's so many ways to do stories wrong. So I'm going to just go over a couple of things that I wouldn't do on my stories. And then I'm going to go into a lot of things that I would do. So first and foremost, don't give everything away all at once, okay? So if you post one photo and you have the name of the product, what it does, the price, how they can get it, like that is way too much information. So we need to go back to that whole idea of building curiosity. You want somebody to reach out to you. You want to put out a graphic that is going to want them to create an action behind it, which is reaching out to you and DMing you. So definitely, you know, try to be a little bit more vague on what you're providing and more to the point, but not like spreading every single like detail about what you're offering on that one image. Okay. The next is don't solely rely on on like posting product graphics, okay? Especially stock looking photos that you guys grab from the site or that we grab from, you know, Pinterest and stuff like that. Those images are all over the place. They sometimes aren't even good quality once you know, put them through all the apps and then actually post them. And when you're just throwing up some products, people are like, okay, well, what are those products for? Okay, what are they going to do? And then the next thing is, please, when you're posting story photos, try not to put a million colors on the photo, like red, green, brown, tan, yellow. No, like that doesn't look good. And I think that anybody, you know, like if you can look at something and tell, you know, if it looks good, if it's attractive to the eye. So let's really try to avoid a cluttery photo with a million different colors. Keep it very, very cohesive. So those are a couple of things that I don't really like to do in my stories. And I've learned this over time. Trust me, I put a million colors on my story. I wrote $150 for all of these products on my stories before. I'm guilty of it too. But that's kind of the really awesome thing in this. Like Samantha said, she didn't make her own graphics for months. We have changed so much of what we do in this business as far as social media and content. So we've gone through all of the growing pains, and we're giving you guys, everything that we've learned and what works and what doesn't. So now I'm going to dive into all of the things that are going to create really awesome story content for you guys. So first and foremost, use like the same app for all of your content. Keep it cohesive. That's almost branding yourself. If you're using, the same text and the same colors on all of the different stories that you're doing, people are going to see it and they're going to know that it's coming from you. They're going to know that that's your brand and not just another person on social media selling shampoo. So another thing for you guys to know, I don't know if people knew this, I just learned this a couple of months ago, is you can match the color of the text or the background color of the text to your photo. So again, you can make it pleasing to the eye, you can make it cohesive, and it's super, super easy. You just like click on a color and then like drag it up to part of the photo that you want like the color to be, and it'll be the exact color. So I always do that for like when I do post products, I like to get our Monate purple in there, because that's a color you can't accomplish without doing that. So I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Another thing is providing a call to action, which I talked about this a little bit previously. And it can look anything like, asking somebody a question, like what's the worst thing that you hate about your hair? They'll tell you, like not saying, I have something really, really amazing. Here's my awesome product to fix your hair. Asking a question for them to come back to you and interact with you. But it's important for you guys to be doing this and adding value outside of the business. It doesn't just come down to this business and this product. You should be adding value and education to all of those things that you love, those 5 things that we talked about previously. And again, this can look like so many things. Like Samantha is like a great example of this. There's a couple of other girls that are awesome examples of this, but she's an expecting mom, you guys. So she's going to share little things like, oh my gosh, I just got these pregnancy leggings that are really awesome. They're on sale. I got 2 pairs for this price. Here's the link. This is how you get them. I'm sure all of her expecting mom followers that go work out went through her link or sent her a DM asking her, what sizes, what should I do? Like, what did you order? And that is going to boost Samantha's algorithm and get her engagement way up. And that's another relationship she's creating outside of the product and business, which is really, really important. And I think that we get too caught up in like diving in really, really quickly and like attacking these girls with the business and products. But if you have a great relationship going with somebody, you guys, and you're having a normal conversation, keep it up and the time will be right. And more than likely they'll be like, hey, I actually saw what you were doing and I'm a little bit curious about it, because they know you, they feel that connection to you, and they trust you because you didn't just blow them up with this opportunity and product right when they reached out to you. So yeah, providing that value outside of the business and those little things that you guys love, whether it's fitness, nutrition, health and wellness, if you guys take supplements, if you take vitamins, sharing where you get those, sharing when they're on sale. If you love I'm very discount shopper. I don't like spending more than $30 on a piece of clothing. I'm very cheap in that sense. So when I find a really good sale, I throw it up on my story, and I have about 5 people that reach out to me thanking me and telling me that they ordered it. So another thing is I was talking about how don't get caught up in posting those product photos. But if you do, make sure that there is a purpose behind it. For example, only for you items every month. If you're going to post a product photo, talk about the free items that people can get. They're going to be more inclined to reach out to you when you're talking about something free than if you just post up a photo of your beautiful products. Another thing is your go-to products you like to use. Every single day I use this, and this, and that's why my hair is so amazing. Products that are great for cold weather. We're getting in cold weather, guys. people should be using a more hydrating shampoo or more hydrating product since our hair is drying out. So providing that value again and not just throwing up that photo of the products is going to be way more beneficial. Another thing with this dry shampoo, after gym hair, you guys, like, go to the gym, sweat a little, come back and take a cute little video of you getting your hair from super sweaty and oily to like brand new hair with just our dry shampoo and not having to wash again. If you haven't gotten your face in front of the camera, do it. Do it. You have to get your face in front of the camera, you guys. It's so important for you to get in there, talk about these products, put them on your own hair, okay? Do your hair in the morning. Do your hair routine. I think that I love Samantha. She's such a great example for this, but she does a lot of hair tutorials, and I've started to try to incorporate that so then I can provide value outside of just my products and my business for hair. People might want to know how I curl my hair or how I do like a bun or whatever gets you going.
And with those little tutorials, guys, it's really, really fun and interactive. And while you're doing them, you can talk about what products you use to get that result. Okay, so if they really loved your French braid or your fishtail or even your curls, I can tell them I can't get a curl without the hairspray and the styling taffy. Okay, so it's not all about the product while I'm doing it, but it comes back to that, if that makes sense. We're kind of secretly selling, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Secret, without them even realizing it. Another thing is I think that some people, get caught up in like jumbling all their stories together. Use one day for VIP reach out, use another day for MP reach out. So your stories don't get cluttered. People don't start swiping away because there's too many to get through, and your message is clear. What you are trying to do, your intentions are completely clear. That's what I do. I try not to mix VIP and MP attraction. And when I am posting about this business and this product, it's so, so crucial to incorporate other things in your life, or you're just going to come across as a salesperson. Most importantly with the business outside of the products, because I know I've talked a lot about the products, is sharing your own personal story. This is something that I have done twice now, and it's allowed me to show my shift, like my story has changed completely. And people that saw my first story came back to me on my second story, and they were like, wow, that is so incredible that like I've been able to watch you do this. People are watching you. And so when you create the story around your business, people are going to be more interested than hearing, oh, like you can go on a free trip. Like, oh, like you can do this. Oh, we have like $1,000 bonus for MMB. That means absolutely nothing to them. They have absolutely no idea what that means. So when you are talking about this business with all of these, crazy incentives for ranking and people don't understand it, they're going to just swipe through. They're not going to talk to you about it. They're not going to be interested. Unlike you sharing your personal story around it and what it's done for you, your family, whatever it may be, your story is unique to you. And then last but not least, create cohesive highlights for your business, for your products, but also your all of your interests to well round out your brand, okay? If you don't have, maybe 4 to 5 highlights, the things that you love. If you like to adventure, do an adventure highlight. If you like to travel, do one of all your travels. It's literally what you want, what you're interested in. But I definitely recommend getting good little, highlight little circles. I don't know what those are called. Highlight covers, whether it's, a bunch of different colors that match your page or little like emblems that go along with what your highlight is. That's going to want somebody to stick around on your page longer than if it's a bunch of like random images all over your highlights. And if it just says highlights. Okay. So I'm going to go into just a couple more things. My apps that I use or that we use, because we get asked this all the time, and I swear I use the same ones all the time. I'm never using anything new. So Unfold, Canva, HypeType, WordSwag, and Typorama. My main one is Unfold. I go about with a couple of other ones. And if you see, some templates that you don't see available to you on Unfold, you have to buy them. Because I know, like, when I share other templates, people are like, oh, I don't see that. So you do have to purchase them. They're like 99 cents, sometimes $1.99. So not that big of a small, tiny, investment to make your business look well branded. Okay, so while I'm sitting on the floor, this is going to be the fun part, you guys. I'm excited for this because I love flat lays. I know Samantha loves flat lays. Flat lays, super easy, okay? You can make them yourself. I see people, putting around all the same flat lays all the time, and it's really not that hard to make them. So I got this like little tiny piece of fabric. It's not like really tiny, but it goes on my desk chair. So I use it as home decor. It's not just for this. But this was probably like $4 at Hobby Lobby. It was not expensive, and I am able to use it for so many things. So I'm going to try to do this as best I can. I kind of like set my laptop up right here. Okay, typically I do this like in front of my window or something like that with really, really good natural lighting, so it's not like a yellow tint with my yellow lights in my house. I like to turn out all the lights in my living room or whatever room I'm in so that I don't have any like backlight or anything like that or any weird shadows. And here I have the dry shampoo and the split end mender because these are 2 only for you products, and I can really provide value around these because people are going to be getting these for free. So you can go super simple and just do these 2 together. If you're a very simple person, then that is what I would do. You can add so many different textures, patterns, iPad, laptop. I'm going to like pull up my Zoom on my phone really quick so I can show you guys like above. Hold on, sorry. But flat lays, they're super easy. I like to get out a bunch of products all at one time, change up a few of them, and just get a lot of flat lays done all at one time. It's not that hard. Takes me 2 seconds. I throw up some presets on them or VSCO filters. You don't even need presets. You can make stuff look good with VSCO filters if you're not into all of that jazz.
And also, like, if we have flash sales and things like that, that's why it's important, guys, to like invest back into your business and have the products like in your house. Or like if you're doing a wine and wash, it's important to have the products to make like a picture for your wine and wash. Some people have those when they first start, so don't worry about that. But like buy the products, they're all write-offs, like Sammy said, and just like when there's a flash sale, I have all the products usually that are in the flash sale so I can take a picture and explain it and things like that. And it's really fun when you make your own photos.
Yeah. Okay, so let me mute my
Unmute yourself on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me and see me? Okay, cool. So super easy. Let me try to turn around. There we go. So this is all it takes, you guys.
Literally.
You put them really cute. You can do 2 literally just like this, side by side. You can put your hand in it if you have a nice manicure, not like me. Don't be like me. You can put your hand in it like you're using it. You can add, like, this is literally a coat that I have, okay? I'm going to take the sleeve. I'm just going to lay it down just like this. It adds a little bit of more color, a little bit of texture. I can play with the items a little bit. Then, hey, I'm going to throw in an iPad because, look, we work from home. How freaking cute is that?
Yeah.
So cute.
And then you throw your filter on it.
Throw on a filter, and it looks like a professional flat lay, okay?
Throw it in Unfold, and it's clean. The text is clean.
You can do it with literally anything and make it look good. There's not like a science behind it. It's not anything too serious, you guys. Just get creative. Pull some things that you really, really love, whether it's shoes, whether it's plants. I grab plants all the time and throw them in my photos. It's so easy to make something look aesthetically pleasing and branded. And you just might have to get a little bit creative and think about it maybe just for a couple of seconds. Grab some things in your room. Grab some of your decorations. it's really not that hard, and I get a lot of really good compliments on my flat lays. Like, people are like, oh, like, this looks like professional. Did you take this? I'm like, yeah, I did it on my floor like this morning in my pajamas. So definitely get creative with that. Go invest in like a little blanket or like a little piece of cloth that makes your flat lays look nice. Whatever is you. I mean, you might not like fluffy things, so don't go get a fluffy thing. Go get something that's gonna be more like you.
Ready for me?
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Okay.
I'm not good at this. Like,
Okay, cool. So I love everything that she touched on, guys, and it's really important. Like, just take an extra second and think, like, what attracted you to the business? Okay, was it when you're thinking of your story, when thinking of people's stories and stuff like that? What sold you? Was it the community aspect? Was it the, whatever it was? Was it the person's story, how it seriously changed their life from start to finish? And then post those things, but make it personal to you. Okay. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. Okay, I'm going to talk more about your feed. Now, I feel like people neglect their feed a lot, and I know stories sell. It really does. I have most of my business from stories, but when I am posting on my feed and I am, I try to do it 3 times a week, and I think that's what everyone should aim for minimum. I'm getting more engagement. There's more people following me. I'm commenting back to everybody. And then I have other people, like, I'm showing up on certain pages. I'm showing up on certain hashtags. And that's how I'm getting people to follow me from different areas. Okay. So there's a few things that I recommend everyone in this business should have. Number 1 is a ring light. If you're going live, oh, that's cute. I love that. Whoever just shared Megan's screen. Sorry, can you guys see me?
I can see you, yeah.
Am I sharing something? Okay, wait. Okay, here I am. Okay, so I think everyone should get a ring light. There's one on Amazon, this one right here, that clicks onto your desk. It's like $20. And then this one I have that I use for everything. It's $100, so whatever, it's a write-off. If you guys want to wait to invest in that, this one's $20 and works fine. I have a backdrop in my room that I got off Amazon in my little office. That's another thing that I really recommend. And what else do I have that I really recommend? That's pretty much it for as far as presets I have. I don't know. I think a cohesive Instagram is super important, and that can look in different ways. Okay. So like how Jackie's doing, where she posts 3 pictures at once and they're all the same thing. Some people, they have like a black like board on each of their pictures. Some of them are different angles. Like it's taken from up here, something like that. So find out what it is that you like. I just changed up my preset. I bought it on Etsy for $6, and I really love it. So it's little things that you can do to pull your page together and make it look better, because, if someone goes to your page and number 1, you have nothing about the business on there, you have nothing about the products, and your feed doesn't look good, then why are they going to DM you back? You know what I mean? So there's a few things that you guys should do to clean up your page. Your bio, number 1, is super important. Okay. I know that sounds silly, but Sammy and Rachel did a video on this the other day and I really loved it. So go to your page after we get off the phone. If your bio, like if you can't see your pictures, you can just see like the bio, it's too long, then erase that. Your bio needs to you need to see your first or second row of pictures on your feed when you're like all the way scrolled up. Okay. So your bio needs to be who you are. Okay. So it needs maybe where you're from, if you're in a relationship, and what they're coming to see when they come to your page. So mine, for example, says, it says fiance and soon to be mama, currently building my empire, something creative about the business. I'm not saying, hey, I'm a network marketer. All things beauty, baby, and fitness, because that's a lot about what I post about. And then I did my hair quiz and I said, I help babes fix their hair. Okay. So I just started doing this new thing where I have my own hashtag, okay? And this is just something that I came up with out of the blue. And I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. So there's somebody that's unmuted and it's bothering me. Okay, it's fine. It's Sammy's growth story. Okay, so I went back and all of the pictures that were about the business when I first started, like my first trip, all those things, they have that hashtag, and I'm gonna put it in my bio. And when people click Sammy's hair or Sammy's growth, story or whatever, they're gonna see my journey with this business from the first post all the way up, how my life has changed, the journey that I've taken them through. And that's what it's all about, is taking them through this journey with you and having them along for the ride, okay? So bio is super important. Highlights are important, and your pictures need to make sense, okay? If you get I hate the name of this app because it makes no sense. UNUM, or I think Planoly. Yeah. You can plan out your posts. So like I said before, guys, I know people are busy and they're like, I don't have 3 pictures to post a day. I have a really boring life. Believe me, guys, 9 times out of 10, or I guess 6 times out of 7, I'm on my couch chilling most of the day. Okay. And so I'm not that fun, but there's a day in the week where I will get ready and I will make content, okay? If you have someone in the area with you, hey girl, for an hour, let's go out, let's do our hair look pretty and take pictures, maybe switch out an outfit and change up the scenery so you have pictures stocked up to post. This also can go along with slow-mos. I love taking slow-mos of my hair because I think it's really great content. So I'll hook up my ring light, I'll go to a white wall, and I'll take a bunch of slow-mo pictures. It's literally on your phone. When you go to your camera app, it's there's a thing for slow-mo, okay? So I have a holder for my phone. I click it, and then I go do it, and I probably take 25, but that's okay. And so it's just really important, to have these, because you're not always going to have something to post. And it's always cool to throw up a quote or throw up, if you want to take a picture of your dogs like me, that's cool. I recommend that 1 out of 6 pictures you post on your feed should contain value about the business. Okay. 1 out of 6 photos on your feed should contain value about the business or the products or both together. And this can be done so many different ways, and it doesn't have to be a picture of your Monat purse or something. It can be a picture of you, or say, for example, I was role playing with Cameron earlier, so let me think of so let's say that you and your boyfriend or husband are going on a trip, you're taking a picture at the airport, or you're taking a picture on the beach, wherever you're at. Saying something like, I've never been able to help out in traveling plans. This time I got to pay for the tickets for me and my boyfriend to go to wherever it is. This business has changed so much for me, and I'm so, you know what I'm trying to get at. This business has changed so much for me. I can't believe I'm starting to be able to give back to the person who spoils me every single day. Just something like that, okay? It doesn't have to be 17 paragraphs long. Switch it up, okay? If there's sometimes you just want to throw a quick blurb in there, and I'm going to show you guys some examples that I really love. But you can take a caption and twist it and just say what you're thankful for about this business. So one of them, you can be telling your story. You can talk about how you started this business here. These are the steps, and now you're here. Okay, and how you want to continue to grow and do all these things. You don't always have to just throw Monat out there all the time, but you can do that in a cool way. Also, I think these need to have a call to action at the end. If you're talking about trips with your husband, be like, when's the last time you got to, or where's the next trip you and your husband are going on? Or if you'd love to put away some traveling money for your family, we need to talk. Things like that. And then on the other 5 posts, because I say make 1 out of 6, on the other 5 posts, do the same thing. If you are posting a picture from your last vacation, you can say, the family's planning our next vacation. What are some of your favorite tropical destinations? Something like that, okay? Use 5 hashtags per picture, because that's what the algorithm's doing right now. I think maybe 5 to 10. And don't make them like pick of the day where there's like 27 million hashtags on that because you're not going to show up. For example, I'm pregnant, so I do bump style, and that's where I like, there's not that many, and I love to interact with the girls on there. I talk about, I list how many weeks pregnant I am. I list my new hashtag if it's about the business, things like that, okay? So just make it about the picture. Like if you're in LA, do that geotag. So geotags and hashtags are huge, guys. Tag your location. If you're at home, just tag the city you live in, or if you're trying to prospect some girls in a certain area, tag that area. Okay. And I was just trying to go to New York and like plan this holiday thing. It didn't work out. But what did I do to find a hotel that I wanted to stay at? I went on Instagram, I searched the hotel, and I found some really cute prospects on there. Okay. So, though people really go and look at that kind of stuff. So make sure you're tagging your location, and make sure you're using hashtags that, are good for the business or whatever the picture is about. Okay. So not every caption has to be a paragraph long. Most times people won't even read it because you have them on every picture. So if you go to someone's picture, let's be real, and every single time they have like 6 paragraphs per picture, do you guys just scroll through? Because to be honest, I do. It's a lot, you know? So I say like 1 every 6 with that too. Maybe 1 every 4, you're putting some your thoughts out there on a post or something like that. Okay. So call to action, hashtags, and then following a theme or preset. I talked about that. Go through and archive your bad pictures. Okay. So if like you're going through your page and you know, there's a picture of you from college, like blackout drunk, like archive it, you know, just make sure that your feed is looking good and professional and just up to date. I'm going to share a few of my favorite. There's so many girls in this business who have great content, but there's 3 that I found about the business, and they show different variations. Okay. So one of them is from a new girl. And a lot of people say like, what are some ideas for a new post? Cameron, while I'm pulling that up, why don't you talk about what you say to your girls when they're thinking of their coming out post or their first post or something?
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of people put too much thought into this, and I do that a lot with like page posts. I think too much about it, and I go in, I try to do that long caption, and it's just like I don't end up posting. So for your curiosity posts, I just really love to tell my girls, go browse the internet for some really awesome inspirational quotes that you really relate to, that you feel like is the exact reason you joined this business. And you can either quote it at the very top of your post and then write a little bit of your thoughts following it, or you can rework it into your own. It's so easy to do that. It's so easy to add a few lines and change a few words here and create something that's for you. So if you're feeling stuck and you feel like you can't just like talk about this opportunity like it's like the best thing ever and you've gotten the best opportunity ever, then go find a quote, rework it, make it your own, or just quote it and talk about how grateful you are. I think that it's really important for you to note somewhere in there. For me, I mean, this is what I tell my team, like why, not necessarily my why is, but like, I do this all for, you know, my little girl, or everything that I do is for my little girl. So I'm going to kick ass at this new opportunity and, just be yourself. Not everyone's curiosity post is going to be the same.
Yeah, because we're all different. So I'm going to show an example of this now. This is actually one of Cameron's girls, so you can really see what she's talking about. This is Adri. I don't know if she's on this call, but I loved her curiosity post. It is a picture of her, and it says, sometimes we ignore opportunities even when we have them right in front of us, simply because we are too scared or don't want to risk it. We care too much about what people say about us and what we are doing, yet those people are the ones that always stay behind. But today I said enough. I'm going to do something for myself and be happy. I am thankful for all the strong women that this platform has introduced me to, especially Cameron. So like nowhere in there is she saying, I've partnered up with a premium hair care company. She's just letting her followers know something awesome is coming. We're about to kill it. and to watch me, you know, or join me basically. So then that kind of like lets her go into what she's going to be posting about. This is another example. Literally, it's Kayla walking, and she said, "One day I'll ask you how I'm able to live like I do. I'll simply reply, I tried to show you." Okay. So that's a one-liner that's like, damn. Like, you know, her prospects that have ghosted her were like, shit. Yeah. You know, like that is like, I'm here for one-liners, guys. If you guys have a fire one-liner, like I'm obsessed with you and I want to follow you. This is Brittany Sauer. I'm obsessed with her Instagram, guys. Her captions, her pictures, like she portrays this like boss babe millionaire, I feel like, on her Instagram story. And all of her pictures are kind of like that, and it's not annoying at all. So this is her caption. How crazy is it that we can create any life we want whenever we want? A year ago, I was working in corporate America, saving up my vacation hours to go away. This is her personal story. So you go, like, you can't go and steal that, you know, because that's her. This summer has been a nonstop vacation because I decided to stop letting fear hold me back from being my own boss. Whoa. Okay. That's her journey, right? That's where she's come now. If I can do it, anyone can do it. That's a call to action. Okay. That's kind of letting people know, hey, I didn't think I could do this. And here I am killing it, traveling the world, wherever she is. I don't know. It looks like a palace of some sorts. And I want to be there too. So if I saw that, I'd be like, I'm going to hit this girl up because she went from 0 to 100 real quick. And I need to learn how to live that lifestyle. Okay. So what we're kind of creating here is FOMO, right? Fear of missing out from an opportunity, fear of missing out from whatever it is, like extra money, time with our family, things like that. We're not trying to make people feel bad, right? That's not what I'm trying to say. We're not trying to make people feel bad. Some people love their 9-to-5 job. Some people, like, you know, they work at a job that they love, but they could use what we have for them. Okay. So, do you have anything to add about feeds? Cause that's all I really had.
Oh my gosh, I did have one thing. This is just my personal preference. I don't want to offend anybody, but I would not put your link in your bio.
Yeah.
I just think that comes off as salesy. It comes off as you literally being a part of an MLM, and people are going to get super turned off by that. And honestly, we want to have better connections with our clients anyways, so we don't want them going through the link. We want to be doing it all for them, helping them out, making sure they know everything they need. So that's definitely one thing I know we didn't touch on that I definitely tell my girls not to do.
When we first start, guys, try to cover the name on the bottle. It's not to be sketchy, like we always say. It's just to, you know, create the curiosity and leave the door open for people to come to us and ask us what we're doing. You know, you're just giving it all away, and it's so easy. So put your finger over it, do it with Facetune, whatever it is. I mean, at this point, people know what I sell. So if you see it on mine, don't be like, you told me not to do that. But like, people know what I'm doing. Okay. But if you just started, you're in your first couple months in the business, just really focus like on when you're posting, be like, well, will somebody message me off of this? You know? But yeah, I mean, that's all I really have for content. Just go for it. Okay. Like, it's going to get easier. You're going to find what you like, what you don't like. By looking at other people's stuff. Just play with the apps. It took me a little while to get used to it. Play with Lightroom and the presets. It's super easy. We can even do a whole video. Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube videos to like figure out how to do it. And yeah, I mean, taking a picture of your cute baby and putting it in Unfold and saying like, you have no idea how much it means to me that I'm able to stay home on a Friday and I got to take an extra day off work or something like that. It's just that simple. And I think people put way too much into it. So I recorded this. I'll post it afterward. Cameron, do you have anything else?
One thing, I just see someone talking about the hair quiz. Hair quiz is totally good. I just recommend making it on a different site and not using the hair quiz on the Monat site, just because it doesn't make sense, not because like it's bad. Just create your own, and if you don't know, you know, what questions and stuff to ask, go look at someone else's and make it, based off theirs. And I recommend doing Instagram name, not email, just because no one ever replies to my email. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Make your own hair quiz. The one on Facebook, like, recommends leave-in conditioner for everyone's like primary conditioner. And I'm like, what?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So let us know if you guys have any questions. Hopefully this was helpful. It's kind of hard to like explain how to make content. It's just go for it. And take an extra second to think about it. Maybe send it into your group chat. Be like, hey, do you guys have any recommendations on how I can make my post a little bit better? And we've always got you guys. So thank you so much. And we will talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.